Introducing the latest cutting-edge light from Phantom, the PhotoBio MX, an LED like no other. PhotoBio MX is designed specifically to increase crop yields and maximize growth. This 680-watt fixture delivers 15% more light to your canopy while using 35% less power versus DEs. The high-efficiency, contiguous circuit board delivers unparalleled light uniformity to the canopy so your crop flourishes. The PhotoBio MX advanced performance stems from its innovative S4 spectrum. It is a highly efficient full spectrum with a healthy red-to-blue ratio to drive photosynthesis and penetrates deeper into the canopy, triggering desirable photomorphogenic responses to give you the vigorous growth and optimized flower development you're looking for. The MX is strategically designed to keep diode temperatures low to keep your yields high. The heavy-duty aluminum alloy structure features 4 6-inch wide heat sinks recessed 3/4 inches below the frame, allowing heat to dissipate and the fixture to breathe. It's that kind of thoughtful design, backed by extensive testing, that results in a high-performance fixture with rock-solid reliability. The PhotoBio MX is a slim-profiled fixture with a remote-capable driver, providing flexibility that not all LED fixtures have, so you can customize it to fit your situation and goals. And mounting the driver below the fixture leaves ample space to get more vertical plant growth. The PhotoBio MX LED provides high durability and increased flexibility to address your growing needs. It's rated IP65, lab verified to be liquid and dust resistant, creating a more dependable fixture. When paired with an ancillary controller like the Autopilot PX, the Photo Lock Control provides you with even more control capabilities for your light delivery. The new PhotoBio MX from Phantom. Extraordinary performance, extreme efficiency, exacting design. Power your grow with the new PhotoBio MX LED. Learn more at phantombio.com and hydrofarm.com.
I'm busted. What's up, GrowFam? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Talk It Out Tuesday. I'm your host, Chris Fisher, aka Purple Harez Gardens. We're here. We're busy today. Today is June 4th, 2024. The time is currently 6:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Before I get too deep, let me make sure everybody can hear me. Audio check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear what I'm saying? And we got some music on in the background. Hopefully it's a little quieter than it was last week. Looks like we got some folks in the house already. We got Margaret Jet. Guys, I'm pretty excited about this right here. Right here. GrowFam TV. We are live first time tonight on GrowFam TV, the new network that we're going to be blasting all these daily lives on every night of the week from all of your favorites over at the GrowFam. We got Waylon McBee in the house. What's up? What's up? Cliff, Patrick, man, what's going on, bro? Love you. Hope you're having a great day. We got Judith in the house. And the indoor farmer. Waylon hopped over to the other one, the indoor farmer. What's going on, bro? All right, sounds good. So Taylor said the audio is a little quiet compared to the ads. Yeah, so the first ad was pretty loud on the music. The secondary one for the t-shirt and stuff, the second one for the lineup, that audio did seem a little quiet to me. Let me see. Let's get into the settings here real quick and see where the audio's at. There's my background noise. There we go. Let me know better for you. I'm gonna actually turn my mic up just a touch. Sound better? Low. Let's go. Everybody's in the house tonight. I appreciate everybody stopping by here for just a few minutes. We're gonna have a pretty busy night. I got a lot of stuff I want to go over with you guys. I got some shots I want to share of some topics to do with aphids. We know what those are. We talked about them a little bit last year about this time. Do we have music? Is the music playing? All right, let me check this. I'll go down. Let me put the music down to about 8. The settings are all kind of funny today for some reason. And then maybe I am trying to cancel out a lot of noise in this room here with the AC, the fans for the tents. Let me move it up here a little bit. Yeah, that's what I just did. I went back in the back and turned off the auto adjustment for the volume, and I turned it from 100 to about 140. Sounds like we're looking good now. It says way better with the music lower. Sounds like we're getting it figured out. Buckeye Gardener in the house. What's going on, bro? How's everybody doing? How was your weekend? How's your week going so far? My days have been a blur for the since we spoke last week, honestly, on Tuesday. Over the weekend, I didn't even really know what day it was. I was still kind of there. Yesterday, I was like, oh, so today's Monday. That means my show's tomorrow, and I'm not ready. So we threw together a quick little segment last minute last night. Almost moved that. That's great cherry. Let me get something out here to get the money right. Okay. Gonna have a little guest pop up here in just a few minutes. I got just a touch of this awesome melted brain freeze left. Keep that out of sight. Never mind. All right, put that rustling bag away. Need that AC. Yeah, man, it's like it's doing a pretty good job. It's just a little window unit over here. I've got central air in the house, but because this is the tent room, the lung room, I try to keep this room way cooler. The lights stay off between 12 and 6. Everything in here is in veg. So that's like the hottest part of the day here. Anything between 12 and 4. The sun's really high right behind the back of the house, and it'll heat up in here real quick. Now, between 12 and 6, when it's actually hot outside, when the lights are off, that AC is doing a great job. So it'll actually bring it down to, 60. If I let it, it'll bring it down to about 60, 65 here. But that's too cold for me because during the day when the lights are on, daytime hours when the lights are on, it gets to about 78, 80 in there. And I don't want really much more than you don't want any more than like a 10-degree difference. You can start having some problems occur. But, yeah. What else we got in the house? I'm just trying to get this con ready, guys. Sorry for looking like I'm ignoring everybody. We got Ashley Huffman in the house. We got Patrick Chastain. Yeah, guys, if you're coming in right now, either hop on over to GrowFam TV. We are broadcasting out GrowFam Homestead on Facebook, the page. We're on Purple Harez Gardens, the page. We are broadcasting, like I said, for the first time to GrowFam TV. We are on YouTube, Purple Harez Gardens and GrowFam Homestead, and we're also on the GrowFam Rumble. As we could see, the indoor farmer coming and chiming in from everywhere. Appreciate you, man, getting all the people where they need to be. Even with a broke phone. So what's going on with y'all this week? I've had a busy one. I've been out working outside almost every day. Trying to get the stuff caught up around here, get the garden going. I've got some videos I'm going to show you, a little update of the outback plot. And again, we're going to talk about some aphids. I think we're going to have Sir Steve-O pop up here in just a few minutes. He said he's going to wait about 20 minutes, and then we'll get a hashtag up for you guys once he gets here. Almost 90 here in northern Ohio. Yeah, it was 85, 87, something like that here down southwest Ohio today. What's going on? What's going on? Ashley Huffman, the guest of Fam Friday. That was a good segment. I was able to watch some of it. I wasn't able to watch all of it. Here we go. We're looking at about 13 viewers right now, which is a pretty small number, guys, for what we usually see. Usually we're way up above that. I wonder what's going on if we're not getting the algorithm out there right. I've also shared this to GrowFam, the group, Purple Harez, the group. And let's wait around a minute, see if we can get some tags out, guys. If you can, hit those reactions for me. As always, we appreciate all that love. All the attention. Let's get everybody in here tonight, guys. We're going to do a giveaway. Like I said, we're going to do a GrowFam giveaway. We're going to do a little Floop giveaway. Now I am over here. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, Michael. I don't even have any banners or nothing running down here today. Oh, that's because that one's outdated. Let me change this up real quick. Gardens by Guild. Done with the Gardens by Guild section. That was for the month of May. So we'll just take that out for right now. Save that. Put it up there. How's everybody's girls looking out? So everybody got girls outside? They're getting a little lanky and starting to stretch out a bit. Happy Tuesday to you, Michael. I appreciate you coming in, man. Hanging out for a little bit. Just coming in, hang out, guys. We're going to get a hashtag up and running here shortly. We're going to wait for Sir Steve-O to come in whenever he gets a minute. And then see if we can get some of these viewers to find out where we're at the moment. As always, guys, if you're having any issues on Facebook, if you've been Zuckerberg or restricted or group restrictions or profile restrictions for any reason, that's why we're out on these other platforms. Rumble, YouTube, X, we're all over the place. So, yeah, it looks like we just added in X also tonight. We're broadcasting out to that. Got Margaret Jett jumped on over to Rumble. I'm in the GrowFam. Okay, Crystal says she's at the GrowFam TV. Yeah, how about that? If you're watching right now, looks like we still got about 15 people watching right now. Let me know where you're watching from. We got Josh Morlock in the house. What's going on, bud? Patrick said, I just shared, brother. I gotta go. We have an amazing show. Love y'all, GrowFam, and hope everyone has a beautiful night. Be safe and always be kind. GrowFam for life. Such an awesome dude. Patrick Chastain. Got the man himself, Audi Rich, in the house. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. No updates on your girls tonight. We've got the ones for the Ohio plot we're going to update. Jesse Rosebud in the house. Thank you. Got Rodney Newell coming in from Lancaster, Ohio. Hell yeah, guys. I love seeing the recent influx of all the people coming in, joining the lives from Ohio. So it makes me so happy to see, you know, with the recent issue 2 legalization here in Ohio, it's really brought a lot of people out of the woodwork, in my opinion, that in any other sense wouldn't have got involved in a cannabis community on Facebook or any kind of social platform. And it's amazing, and I love the fact that people in Ohio are finally getting out there to do it. Tilt this bad boy down a bit. Take that glare all the way out of there. Awesome. Oh, here he is. We got the guest in the back now. Free cone being packed. Here he comes.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, bro?
Not much. I am very happy to be here. Thanks for having me as a guest, bro.
No problem, man. I appreciate you. I was just thinking when you sent me that message, you were like, I'll come up. I was like, hell yeah, bro. I feel like I haven't talked to you in months.
Yeah, I know, right? I was just going to call you the other day, as a matter of fact. I thought that you were in Michigan, though.
Oh no, I won't be. I won't be back up there probably. I've got a lot going on this week and this weekend coming up. Like today was my niece's birthday. One of my youngest nieces. Like this weekend, her sister, one of my older nieces, is having her baby shower. And my mom's coming in from Pennsylvania to stay with us for the weekend. And then I have a cannabis event in the next town over on Saturday. After that, I'm probably going to try to plan a trip up north. Hopefully, it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And if I do that, then I'll be able to go live from Michigan. I'll be at the McDonald's parking lot again, but
Hey, it works, man. As long as it works.
So what have you been up to, man?
I've been gardening, man. I'm surprised at how 13 plants can take up so much of my time. I've come to find out, but I'm absolutely loving it. My outdoor plants are thriving. The indoor are doing great. I just popped 3 of Nancy's grimy bubblegum autoflowers too, and I haven't grown autoflowers in 10 years, so I'm excited, man. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, you said how many you got? 13?
13 total, but I'm only going to end up with just a few. I'm going to give away probably 3 or 4 of them, I imagine, but that's just too many for me to take care of. So I think that I'm going to surprise a couple of my local friends is what I'm going to do with a free plant.
Oh yeah, I actually did that yesterday, bro, and a couple of days before that, I had everybody knows Josh Combs from the community.
Yeah,
he lives like right at about an hour north of me, and he hit me up. He had made a post about he had just moved into an apartment. Him and his girl, they were looking for some house plants, veggies, clones, whatever they could find. And I was like, bro, I've got a little bit of everything for you. So I loaded up the other day and did the same thing and took them up, dropped them off to him. We did a little bartering. Sat there, got me flipping blasted, man. I was so stoned by the time I left his house after all the dab rips and the cones we smoked. It was a good time, man. And then yesterday he called and said his cousin was looking for some as well. So they drove down to see me and hung out here. We hung out, smoked a little bit, showed him the girls, the garden. So yeah, man, it's nice when you're able to do that. I love being able to just donate stuff like that. Makes you feel good. I had way too much that I was gonna use anyway. Like when I started cantaloupes, I started like 20, like a whole flat of cantaloupe, and ironically, they all started. So I got to do something with them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. And you've got so much experience. You know what you're doing. I'm lucky to be surrounded by not know-it-alls, but pros. Guys like you who have the experience, who have the knowledge. But you're not know-it-alls, and that everything's a learning experience. And the fact that you don't mind answering questions, and stuff, that's been really helpful for me. I've come to the point to where I'm re-acknowledging everything I ever knew about growing because of taking hints from guys like you. And that's what's great about your show, I think, is that you show everything, like Waylon does, the good, the bad, the ugly, and but you don't have a lot of ugly, though. You never seem to have too much of it.
You'd be surprised, man. Just as well as I do, there's a lot of editing that goes on to a lot of these things we show off. But
for sure,
in the video that I showed tonight, you'll be able to see a little bit of that ugly. I have some. So like 2 years ago, I did my plot out back, and I put clones out that were already in 5-gallon pots, topped a couple times, and by the end of the year, they were humongous. So I don't really want that here. I just want to have a nice little hobby project for when I'm home, something to tinker with out here. The big girls are going to be up north. Those bushes will happen, but My plants are still kind of small, so they're fresh out of the solo cups that are out there. A couple ugly spots, little leaves that are still yellowed and kind of crispy from the clone dome. But yeah, we'll get to that here in a minute. While you're here, though.
Yeah, are you trying to do a hashtag or are you trying to do a wheel? Which are you trying to do tonight?
I was going to do hashtag.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's a good way to do it.
Let me throw it up here real quick.
Booyah!
So go ahead and tell people what this prize for.
Let's see. What do we have tonight? I've got the schedule right.
Heirlooms.
Yes, that's right. It's heirlooms tonight. See how my memory is? Tonight we are our own breeder of the month this month. GrowFam heirlooms, baby. And we're going to pick out a hot pack of seeds and send it out to one winner. And, as soon as the winner's done, send me a message and I'll tell you how to claim your prize. Because I tell you, I'm excited. I've got purple cookie dough growing right now and candy bar cookies. All 10 seeds popped. All 10. I've had great luck with them. So I think someone's going to be very happy with these.
You said the purple cookie dough?
Yeah, purple cookie dough and candy bar cookies. That's what I'm growing right now. Your seeds could be any kind. It's we're going to pick you out a good pack, but we're definitely going to send those out Chris Fisher style, super fast.
So, since he mentioned it, guys, we are in the works in the background. You'll notice if you are shopping on the GrowFam.com right now for beans, I don't think you'll be able to find that purple cookie dough as of right now. I think it's been removed from the website. But we got a little action going to pop up here, hopefully over the next couple of weeks. I think we're aiming for mid this month, end this month, somewhere around there. Big surprise coming out around that purple cookie dough here real soon.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I'm trying to remember who won the grow light. I want to congratulate him. Was it Mike? Oh shit, I can't remember now. But
Mike,
congratulations to the light. Sorry,
I think it was Mike Engel. I think something like that.
That sounds right. Yeah, I wish I would have wrote it down. But congratulations. That's an amazing hydrofarm light. It's the same one that I have, as a matter of fact. It's a 240 volt light that puts out 435 watts. So it's a pretty good light. You can go through all your vegetables. 8 bulbs full, and it's a high output bulbs. I don't believe it comes with the full spectrum bulbs, but Waylon just replaced his bulbs that he had a couple that burned out on his after like a year and a half, and he replaced them with LED full spectrum T5 bulbs. LED full spectrum. So I'm really interested in seeing what that's going to do, especially for his pepper plants. Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Hey man, that light that's the light that Ash sent us. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the same light Ash sent us, those 8 bulb T5 hydrofarm fixtures. And that's what I have that's the only light I have in this 4x5 behind me that I run moms and clones under. And I'll veg seeds and I'll root clones under it. It's just a matter of flipping the one switch off and flipping the other one back on. But yeah, I love that light, bro. I love that light. I haven't tried. I doubt you do much flowering with it, but I think it's a great light for veg clones.
Yeah,
what you got to do on that side.
Oh, it definitely loves that bright white light. Gen 10 plant food. Well, cheers.
Gen 10 plant food coming in.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, they're slowly starting to find it here on GrowFam. I'm sorry.
24 watching, 21 in on. Oh, it's me, bro. I got a lag on my end for some reason. Every time I go live, I'm the lagger of the crowd.
Oh. I got you. Well, yeah, I mean, they're starting to find us on GrowFam TV tonight. I think that they're switching over, and you're going to get it back. You've got 40 reactions already, and that's really good already inside of 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So very good. We do have an abundance.
of the viewers coming in from GrowFam TV. They're at 15 over there, 5 at Purple Harez Gardens, and then we move over to YouTube from what I can see. 2 and 1 over on those 2 spots. I can't see the Rumble or the X count for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I added X. Rumble won't show up there, but I added X after you started. So maybe that's why.
Yeah, I see. Oh, we're not actually live on X right now. It says go live. You want me to hit go live?
Yeah, do it.
Let me hit it. Yeah, I don't think we weren't right. There we go. Now we got the green check mark. Now we're on X. Now we're on Rumble, YouTube, and 3 spots on Facebook.
All right. We got to get this great information that you've got out there to everybody. I tell you, you are definitely awesome. I don't know if you can tell, but look at what mine says. It says Chris Fisher, biggest fan. That's what I am, buddy. Well, maybe Kylie.
Appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah, man! You got a great
use
show.
A few more testers. What are we testing?
Yeah, right. Send me anything you want to, and I'll test it out for you.
Yeah, that's how I am. Whatever.
Yep.
What's Waylon talking about? Probably close to 100 between them all. No, I'm seeing 29. I'm getting a total of 29. We got 5 over at X now. That came in quick. 5 viewers on X. Facebook, the YouTube. The biggest bulk is coming from GrowFam TV, which is what we want to see. So unless the number's just off a little bit, no big deal. No. If you're just coming in, make sure you're throwing up this hashtag GrowFam for life. It's going to get you hooked up. Win a pack of the heirloom beans. Oh, hell
yeah.
He's trying to get hydroponic plant food. Well, we're interested in stuff like that, but we are very well sponsored over here by Food Bioscience. And that's really what we like to use around these parts.
That's right. Food for the win, everybody.
We like using.
Yes, sir. I haven't had to use any mist at all. I don't use it for preventive maintenance. I only use it when I have a deficiency, and luckily, using the food from the beginning, I haven't had any deficiencies yet whatsoever. So I'm real happy with food.
I'm the same way, man. I'll just hit it occasionally. Like, I'm a big fan of like my clones. Once I put them into solo cups, I'll open that 10 and mist it with water, just a water bottle several times throughout the day, once or twice throughout the day, once or twice throughout the night, just to keep that humidity up. And then every now and again, I just replace that water bottle, like when the lights are off. Again, it's under this fluorescent, this T5, so I don't ever have any issues of light burn or anything like that. But I'll replace the water bottle every now and again with that bottle of foop. And instead of spraying water, I'll mist everything in there with that foop. Maybe later that night, I'll go in and hit it again with a little bit of water. And I've been seeing great results. And I don't notice any deficiencies. I don't notice when they're just in a little bit of nutrients and the foop that I'm putting in with those. It's no mystery. It's no secret. I kind of steered away from actually. I give away the food, but I wasn't actually using it here because I had an issue with it. I had an issue with it and some plants and a light. So I'll put it that way. I think the light was the biggest issue. It was too intense. But I have been breaking out the food bottles again over this past week, using them I've started at the 50% ratio like we're supposed to.
Yes,
even though they're plants, I've got plants in 1 and 2 gallon pots, but I'm still starting at that 50%. And everything seemed good, man. This week, no issues, no sign of burns or anything like that. So I think I'm gonna bump it up to the full strength for this feeding this week that I got to do tonight, actually. But yeah, man, I don't have any issues yet. So fingers crossed. I've been seeing a lot of people with good results over at Ohio 420, a slowdown. A couple of those guys are running FOOP, and I know you're running FOOP. I've been seeing everybody out there running the FOOP, and I'm like, I'm really getting salty because I'm mad. Like I'm a decent grower, you know what I mean? Like I've used a lot of different nutrients, and I'm like, how did I mess that up? And the only thing I come up with, I was playing with the light intensities, new LED, and I think that's what actually did it. We're gonna give her another go. She's feeding the moms and the clones and the solo cups for right now. I think later tonight I'm gonna mix up a nice feed for the outdoor plot, and that's gonna be the FOOP garden. This stuff right here. I've got a gallon jug they sent me, so I'm gonna mix up the garden food, put it on the veggies. I'm gonna mix up the veg and bloom A and B with sweetener for the outdoor girls as well. So I'm feeling good about it, man. Feeling pretty good about it.
Well, Chris,
there we go. There the numbers just jumped.
Well, that's because everybody on X is coming through. You're heading up into the 60s just on X. Just so you know how it says GrowFam Homestead shows 2. You've got 50 over there for real. So you're well into 100 probably by now. So we'll just rock and roll. Everybody's here.
Yeah, I can't even see the GrowFam Homestead Facebook on the lineup over here, like on the live viewers drop down. Like I can see it up at the top where the check marks are, but I don't see it on the left, so I don't actually see the number from the homestead.
Oh, okay.
But the GrowFam X is coming in right now.
Yeah, it is, buddy.
Oh, I guess I should catch up on these comments.
Crystal's here.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Looks like everybody's coming in now. We're up to 80 viewers. We got 34 reactions, guys. If you're just coming in, make sure you hit those reactions. Like me, love me, hate me, laugh at me. I don't care. Just hit one of those buttons down there. Tag a couple of your friends. Get them in here for this giveaway. We're giving away a pack of GrowFam heirloom beans. And we're hanging out tonight. How long we got you for, Steve-O? You got some time to hang out?
I got a few. I'll stick around for a little bit. I think I'm going to roll a joint. And I'll smoke that joint with you guys. How about that?
I would highly advise it.
I'll be right back.
Crystal Speed Avery is always get confused sometimes when we in the same live but different group unless they say, yeah, Crystal Avery, that's Mama Rochi. That's Mama Rochi coming in. As always, love seeing everybody here. Love seeing you guys come in. Thanks for stopping by. We're up to 90 now, 91 viewers, 35 reactions, 30 people in on this giveaway. If you're just coming in, guys, throw this hashtag up for those heirloom beans if you're looking to get a hold of those. After this one, we'll spin it here in just a few minutes, and then we'll head over to a FOOP giveaway. Give away some of this FOOP garden and FOOP mist sample packs like we do. Got a couple slabs to go with it. I found these in the drawer, man. Check these out. I ain't seen these for a minute. That's the old throwback GrowFam slap right there.
That's the spring 2023 right there.
Is that yeah. Spring 23. And then we're gonna do a purple Harez slap. And we got some of these FOOP fishy slaps. Here we go, guys. Now we're hitting up 109 folks viewing right now, 110. The number's still climbing. This is awesome.
Well, add 50.
Only 31 entries on the hashtag, though.
Yep. Add 50 because it's not counting the homestead for some reason, and there's 50 people over there.
Oh, wow. Okay. That is weird. It says we're live.
X is hopping right now.
We're 123 folks right now. That's where it's at. That's where it's all coming from. So, all right. Well, I guess we'll let this, let's see if we can get, here we go. Let's put this comment up on the screen so you guys can still see this hashtag for a minute. We'll work our way through some of this light topic here that I wanted to go over. Once I find it, I got to open the folder.
Yeah.
Get to the right part. And then find the right screen. Large. Because I did this kind of dumb. I took screenshots of this whole topic that I wanted to go over because I was like, oh, this is pretty neat. That's a neat idea. That's a neat idea. And then I was like, well, I'll just combine it all together.
Mhm.
And here we go. What do aphids do in the garden? Here we go. So that should open us up. Sorry for the delay, guys. Crystal suddenly out there getting excited. She said, heck yeah, let's go.
I'm excited.
What's going on? Can't me in the house? What's going on? All right, let me pull this back down. So if I pull the hashtag down, the number's still climbing. Pull that down, and then I can share this screen. Stop that screen, 37. I'm trying to see as if the hashtag will still go up. Yes, it does, even though it's not on the screen. Yes, because Madison just threw hers up and it went to 38. So
it'll count awesome. As long as.
All right, guys, let me get this. Yeah, I think this is what I'm looking for right here. There we go. I'm going to take us down off the screen for a second, guys. We're going to go full screen with some picture stuff here. And again, these are just screenshot, guys. I found this I was browsing Google the other day and found this. It's the spruce. It's just thespruce.com. It was a quick article that I found when I was jumping on Google, and they got those little news articles below. I get lost in the rabbit hole searching through those sometimes, and I find some really neat articles to read. While I'm smoking or sitting outside or whatever I'm doing. But this one was specifically about the aphids. And we talked about this last year. Somewhere in your process of growing, whether it's vegetables, cannabis, whatever it is, flowers, you're going to encounter aphids somewhere along the way, at least once in your life.
Sure.
So this little article goes into detail very briefly. And I know this isn't anything really professional, guys. It's literally just screenshots I found on this article, but we're just going to browse through them. Let's hope I did this in the right order. All right, so aphids are not only a nuisance, but they damage and slow the growth of common plants like hydrangeas, birch, and viburnum. With so many options to get rid of aphids naturally, there is no need to resort to harmful chemical pesticides. And that was the biggest part I wanted to bring up, is that this actually goes over several home remedies, which don't involve the use of toxic chemicals or pesticides that are going to cause harm to you, your pets, your kids, anything else around you. Real quick, it touches base on who's writing this article and who they mention in it as far as where the information comes from, because we don't want to catch any copyright infringements or anything like that. Pitar Ivanov is a gardening and plant expert at Fantastic Gardeners, a gardening and landscaping company in London, England. And Jana McDaniel is the founder of the first Saturday Lime, a pesticide alternative. Thought that was pretty good. So what aphids do, what they do in the garden, aphids damage plants, but they rarely kill them. Aphids and their eggs can stunt plant growth. Plants' leaves curl and discolor. Flowers and fruits grow slower and smaller, and some aphids can transmit viruses. So what they mean by that is basically they're not going to kill your plant, but they are going to cause big issues in how that plant grows, matures, and the overall health of it that they get into here in just a second. Aphids are going to suck up plant sap. They excrete a sticky sap called honeydew back onto the plant's leaves and stems. Honeydew also encourages the growth of black sooty mold, a fungus that weakens the plant and hampers the plant's ability to receive sunlight. And as a quick tip, aphids frequently infest beans, cabbage, cucumber, melons, ash, birch, elm, hydrangeas, linden, maple, oak, pine, and many other shrubs, plants, and trees. So, like I said before, if you're in the garden in any aspect, whether it's cannabis, veggies, whatever you're doing out there, you're going to encounter these somewhere. They're just in your yard. They're just out there everywhere. So some of the signs you're looking for to see if you even have aphids. The first step in getting rid of aphids is identifying them and their effect on plants. Your plants likely have aphids if you notice aphid colonies. So you're going to see a whole lot of these little bugs all over your plant. Aphid eggs, stickiness, a shiny film, dark sooty mold on the plant, curled leaves, road leaves, stunted growth, and that's just to briefly touch on a few of them. One way, which is going to be probably the worst way I could possibly think of removing aphids from your plants, is by hand. It's an immediate, though slow way to get rid of your aphids from your plants. Wear waterproof gloves. Gently rub the leaves and stems between your fingers to scuff the aphids off or to crush them. Because you'll notice if you go in there and you try to like pick them off, they're just going to kind of like scurry away from you. They'll just hop off. They'll fly. So they're suggesting you just kind of roll the stems or the leaves or the branches in your fingers, and hopefully you'll crush them or knock them off. As a side note, aphids proliferate rapidly, and each egg produces about 40 to 50 more aphids. Each one little egg produces 40 to 50 aphids. And if you've ever seen an egg stash on the underside of a leaf, there's tons of eggs all over there. So you're talking potentially hundreds to thousands of aphids that'll hatch if you don't catch them in time or keep them maintained. And they want you to do it by hand. So you'll need to repeat the process every few days and make sure that you remove every aphid and every egg. They then suggest another option is knocking off. Again, doing with your fingers and your hands is like you're outside, you see them for the first time, you're like, holy shit, and you just start to get them over there right now. Start using your fingers, flipping them, shaking them, rolling them. Then the next step you can do is blast them with water. Spray aphids off of your plants with a hose nozzle attached to a garden hose. The spray doesn't kill the aphids, but it does knock them off the plant, meaning it's probably a little faster than flicking them or twisting them with the branches. Knocking off the aphids is a fast, short-term solution. It removes more aphids than rubbing them off by hand, but it does so indiscriminately. So flowers and other desirable plant parts may be removed. Also, it can damage delicate leaves. The best hose nozzle for spraying aphids off plants will offer many spray patterns. Choose a low-pressure spray pattern to protect your plants, something like a mist. So like mine has an adjustable wand on the tip. You turn it to a couple clicks and it'll just like a real light cone-shaped mist out of the end of it. As a tip, blasting plants with a garden hose isn't an option if you need to control aphids on indoor house plants. In this case, use a hand pump spray bottle filled with clean water or remove the aphids by hand. And then I've got to kind of jump back here real quick because I had that one saved partway through, so bear with me.
All right.
Now I got to go back and add the other screen back. But yeah, we're going to get into the next part, which I think is dope because my assumption here would be that if you also just planted this next to it, it would also help deter it, which I'm going to try out this year because I've got some outside growing next to the garden, and that is garlic.
Yes, sir. That's what Mike Hood was just suggesting, as a matter of fact, so that's good.
Mike Hood's here? Awesome. So, Mike, stick around because when I play this video in a bit, last week you were asking about the benefits of using the mushroom compost, and I made a short video outside today before we went live and kind of showed the two different composts that I use here, which is a cow manure compost and a mushroom compost, and it really shows you the difference in why I use that. So, and I explained it to you. I said it specifically in the video, like Mike Hood was asking. So I want to catch this on video and explain it for you. So stick around, man. Here in just a few minutes once I get done talking about the aphids. Guys, we're at 221 viewers, 42 reactions, 40 people in on this right here. Hashtag, if you're just coming in, this is the hashtag right here. Hashtag GrowFam for life. We're getting ready to give away some heirloom beans from GrowFam Homestead. So make sure you're coming in, hitting those reactions, tag a friend, share us out. First night we're out on GrowFam TV, so we're feeling pretty humbled and honored tonight to be the first guest to shoot it out there to the GrowFam TV. So let me get back to this real quick. We'll add that back up. Oh. So guys, the next part of that, what I had to jump back to was another option is you can spray your plants with garlic. Now, I wouldn't recommend this if we're talking about cannabis and we're later on in life in the flowering stage. I probably would not suggest this because I would assume that the garlic scent taste of something would get into that flower and probably not be too pleasing for you. So apply a homemade spray to fight aphids. Garlic has long been used to get rid of aphids. Garlic has an added benefit: sulfur. Sulfur slows the growth of bacteria and fungi, which means it's going to help eliminate that mud rot, any mold, powdery mildew, anything like that. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to help. So you're getting two benefits there. And as a quick ingredient or recipe here, you want to grate or chop 4 garlic cloves. Add 2 teaspoons of mineral oil and let it rest for a full day. Add 2 cups of water. Strain out all those solid pieces of the garlic cloves, leaving just the garlic solution. And then you can dilute the garlic solution even more when you add it to the garden sprayer with some water. Test the solution in one section of the plant before spraying the entire plant, just to make sure there's no adverse effects, that the mixture's not too hot, not going to cause any issues to the plant.
10-4.
Tip: while a hand pump sprayer is appropriate for small plants, the best garden sprayer for shrubs and trees or your larger cannabis plants is going to be a minimum capacity of 1 gallon. So at Home Depot, Walmart, Lowe's, guys, you can get your hands on a 1-2 gallon pump sprayer. I always go 2 because nothing I do is ever enough in a 1 gallon form. So 2 would probably be what I suggest. Also, the next one, I never knew about this. Applying a tomato leaf solution. As with garlic, tomato leaves contain ingredients that can work as insecticides and repel aphids. It's simple to make. To create a solution, soak 2 cups of fresh tomato leaves in water overnight, strain the liquid, and spray it on your plants. That simple. Besides aphids, this natural insecticide kills many other chewing insects and attracts beneficial ones, Ivanov says, but this solution isn't equitable for crops such as eggplants, peppers, and potatoes because it can spread diseases on them.
Oh, well, then, you know. Oh, the old.
So you can also, we talk about the old neem oil, man. That's right. We talk about it all the time. You can also spray your plants with neem oil as an organic insecticide to get rid of the aphids, as well as spider mites and fungi. Some trees, such as flowering dogwood, Colorado blue spruce, respond especially well to neem oil treatments. And guys, you've heard us talk about neem oil before. We use it on cannabis. I mean, I love to use it. I love to use it, especially on the outdoor grows up north. I've got a bottle. I just can't wait to crack open on my next trip and get to soaking them things down. As we know, neem oil is derived from the neem tree seeds. Its active ingredient being a word that I cannot pronounce, which repels and kills pests. Neem oil disrupts the life cycle of pests and can be effective against a variety of insects, including aphids. Here's a tip. Start with a teaspoon of dish detergent in a gallon of lukewarm water. And I like to go a little more than lukewarm. I like to make it a little on the warm side, not just lukewarm. Put the soap in after you fill that container, whatever your 1-2 gallon sprayer is. Put your soap in after you're done putting the water in, because you don't want all those bubbles. And then mix that together well. Add a teaspoon of the neem oil, pour in the garden sprayer, and liberally coat the plants, top side, underside of the leaves, branches, stalk, main, everything. And again, best if done in the veg time of growth. And just like with the cannabis, the best, most natural, most, as we love to say, keeping it organic way is going to be to introduce aphid natural predators. Effective natural aphid control employs an integrated approach, including introducing beneficial insects, insect predators, says Jana McDaniel. Ladybugs and lacewings are nature's little guardians against these sap-sucking pests. So ladybugs and lacewings, we talk about that for the cannabis. They're also beneficial for everything else in your garden as well, if it comes to the aphids. And we know lacewings and ladybugs are also good for the spider mites.
That's right. Waylon actually ordered ladybugs when he had spider mites.
Yeah, I remember that. So other aphid predators include, I don't know, what's that, syrphid fly larva, soldier beetles, and miniature pirate bugs. And another tip on that, do not introduce ants to aphids. Ants and aphids help each other. Ants consume aphids' honeydew and ward off aphid predators. I didn't know this until last year. I actually was not as hip on this as I was until last year, because I was like, hey, man, I always have ants on my plants. And Jerry was like, yeah, that's not a good thing, though. The ants are going to bring in other bugs. They bring in other diseases off of other things. So ants on your plants are like ants in your pants. It's not a good thing. You're going to see them. We have everything under control and taken care of. You really shouldn't see any bugs except for those good beneficials, the ladybugs, things like that are just going to land on it, pollinators, stuff like that. So add repellent plants. So we talk about this, whether it's the veggie garden, in the, wherever we're talking about growing the companion plants. Get rid of aphids on plants over the long term by adding plants that repel the aphids. Companion planting with aromatic herbs and flowers like chives, petunias, marigolds creates a pungent, visually deterring force field, McDaniel says. These plants release confusing scents and phytochemicals that repel aphids, while their bright colors and dense foliage act as physical barriers. Ivanov too recommends planting marigolds. So there's both of them are saying the same thing. If you really want to attack that naturally, get out there with some marigolds and these other chives, petunias, and things like that are going to help just naturally repel them from even coming into the area. These flowers are known to deter pests, including aphids, whiteflies, and some beetles. Ivanov says the best marigold varieties for insect repellent purpose are African and French marigolds. Both varieties contain natural compounds that repel insects. Add companion plants near the host plants affected by aphids, which means if you have, let's say you got one big cannabis bush out back, guys, and you're starting to notice these aphids coming in, start the prevention right away. Start the treatment right away, flicking, spraying with water, whatever you got to do. Mix up the garlic, the tomato leaves, all that stuff. Get your beneficial bugs. Go ahead and might as well plant you some marigolds right around that bush, right at the base of it, maybe in a circle out 2-3 feet from the perimeter of it. Make that line of salt, as they say. Add companion plants near the host. If it's finding the companion plants more attractive than the host plants, and just go right to that. So other plants that repel aphids are basil, chives, catnip, onion, leeks, radishes, and allium. The next thing, spray a soapy solution on the plants. Mild dish soap is used as an emulsifier with other organic aphid pesticides like the neem oil, which is why we have to add it, and tomato leaves, but it can be used on its own too. So just a soapy, just dish soap, I guess, non-dish soap is what I always suggest. Mix it up in the sprayer, just spray it on. He adds the dish soap can also deter spider mites and whiteflies. Mix equal parts of dish soap and vegetable oil diluted with water and spray it on your plants. It's that simple. After a few applications of this solution, Ivanov says, rinse the plants with clean water, especially if there's been no rain to wash the residue off. And we talk about that with the neem oil also. That's basically the whole reason you have to rinse after using neem oil. If you don't, you'll notice your plants will get burnt the next day if they're outdoors, because that soap is like, it'll fry it once that hits it. Use reflective mulch. Now this, I don't know. I don't know how well, I've never tried this method, but I don't know how well this would work. To get rid of aphids around garden beds, roll out silver colored plastic. So I guess it's like the mylar people put on the walls of their remodeled grow rooms. Maybe roll that out underneath. But I think that would cause like hot spots maybe with the sun on the plant. So install landscape fabric coated with silver paint. Bright silver colored reflective mulches are proven to repel aphids on garden beds. In addition, reflective mulches send more solar energy to the plants, resulting in larger, healthier vegetables. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Reflective mulch be as simple and cheap as aluminum foil. Oh, I wouldn't do that. But foil tends to be too fragile for exterior use. Okay. It's best to look for a silver or gray reflective mulch or mesh made expressly for this purpose. Reduce the nitrogen. Remove aphids by reducing the nitrogen content in over-fertilized plants or switching to organic fertilizers. As a side note, we are not suggesting you stop feeding your plants nitrogen to deter or prevent aphids. They're saying cut back the nitrogen if you're also noticing the aphids coming and you also notice a nitrogen toxicity in your plants. The two are probably going hand in hand with each other. The abundance of nitrogen is helping to attract those aphids to your plant. So it could be as simple as, hey, let's just cut back the nitrogen a bit, take some of this garlic spray, put it on the plant. It'll all work itself out in a matter of days. All plants require nitrogen in their soil, but excessive nitrogen sends plants into overgrowth mode. The aphids notice the overgrowth, respond to it, and reproduce more rapidly. Switch from a chemical fertilizer to an organic fertilizer. We talk about that every day of the week on this lineup. Keep it organic. That's the GrowFam Homestead's motto. Keep it organic. And I couldn't agree more. If you want to do anything about these little bugs, keep it as organic as you possibly can. These are going to be made exclusively from minerals and from organic materials like manure, fish emulsion, leaf mold, or organic fertilizers release nitrogen at a slower rate. For persistent aphid problems, you can even choose an organic fertilizer with a higher proportion of minerals to organic matter for a slower nitrogen release rate.
Okay.
And I think that's about it, guys. That's it.
Wow, it was a very good article, bro. I mean, it hit every point, I would think.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, man, I hate to be that guy that just shares screenshots of somebody else's work, but man, it really went into depth more so than I even went last year. We talked about aphids and pest control this time last season for a whole episode. And I had little index cards with some notes wrote down, but that little quick article that I found on Google right there was just like, perfect.
That's right.
And like I said, I got the braised bed of the garlic just off to the side. You guys will see that here in a minute. But before I get into that stuff, let's go ahead and spin this. Wait, what do we got? 228 people watching. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Are you nervous yet?
Nah, we're pros. Being natural and being yourself comes easy, man. So, it's no big deal.
You know how I don't get nervous? I take it off that screen. So the whole time I've been talking, I wasn't looking at this screen. I was looking at the other screen.
What strain you got right there? What did you just light up?
This is that melted brain freeze.
Oh, okay.
Purple. I showed it off last week, I think, on the live. Mike, use your car wash attachment or your power washer to help blast off any aphids from any of your plants.
Well, I'll tell you, you're going to get the aphids off, but I think you're going to get all your vegetation off too. No more aphids, though.
Yeah. Grow within your means. It's the best advice. Don't grow broke growing cannabis. Yeah. So,
right.
And you'll see that, like I said before, I'm not doing much down here in Ohio. I do what I'm doing up there. I'm doing it here in Ohio this year just because it's legal. I don't even know if I'll grow in Ohio next year. Just so that way I have more space to do more veggies and stuff here. But, like I said, I'm just doing what I can here, just a couple, just for fun. But, definitely don't ever go broke just trying to grow cannabis. Like, you can do it so cheap. You can do it. There's so many ways, like we just saw in that article. You don't have to run out and buy the newest brand of whatever off of Amazon or, the newest lineup of something that just dropped at the grocery store. To help eliminate bugs or do whatever. It could be as simple as dish soap, guys. Put a little dish soap in a spray bottle, mix it up, spray those plants, and then hit it with, let it sit for a little bit and spray it with clean water later. That's a cheap, almost damn near dirt pour free option to try to kill bugs that you can try before you have to take another step. Maybe the infestation's too far gone. Now you want to backpedal, get you the neem, mix it with the soap. Or just get your garlic, man. Go to the store. If you're going to plant a garden or you're going to plant cannabis outdoors, and you're the type of person like me that is into flowers, veggies, cannabis, anything that's green and grows, go get the seed pack of marigolds and bust out the whole pack of seeds of marigolds and just stick them everywhere you can, all over your garden, all over in your house. Hang them off the baskets on your front porch, all up and down your house, everywhere, man. Keep all those bugs away.
Yep. Absolutely. Right. The key to not having to deal with them is to prevent them in the first place.
That is correct. That's the best way to call that IPM. All right, let me get this back up on the screen for you guys to see. We're sitting at 235 viewers. We can probably get us back on the screen. Take a comment down. Pretty good. Said I dress up as this sometimes, and it scares them all. Next time you do that, bro, I want pictures. Or you hear me?
Yeah. Pictures or it didn't happen, Mike.
So, bro, we got Feed Me Genetics in the house coming out of Oklahoma. Thanks for stopping by, bro. I just put a couple of packs of beer beans in the vault to get them off my desk finally that CJ sent me. We appreciate those, man. I love trying out new genetics and new strains and stuff. And if you guys aren't hip, definitely get over. He's on Facebook. You can find him through my profile, through my page, or any of my groups. Feed Me Genetics out in Oklahoma, man. Go give him a shout and a follow.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You ready to spin this?
Let's do it. Spin that shit.
We got 44 people. 44. All right. Here we go, guys. Good luck, everybody. GrowFam for life. We're packing up our rooms. Here we go.
All right. Who's it going to be?
Let's go, big.
Sean
Cook. Are you here, Sean?
Sean Cook. Gonna win some beans, maybe.
Maybe. Feed Me said, appreciate the love, man. I see the following growing for you guys fast. Awesome job at followers. We appreciate that, man.
Thanks.
Hopefully we can help you guys grow a little more too. Let's see if he shows up. Sean Cook, bro, come in the comments. Give us a hell yeah. I'm here.
Yeah, something.
Well, we like this cone for the fifth time. Let's see.
Yeah, that's too with the winners. Everybody needs to remember that we're doing it differently now, to where we have you go to the website in order to claim your prize. The old way where you would just send me your address, we don't do that anymore. So be sure to check your messages if you're a winner for a message from Sir Steve.
Absolutely.
Because I've got people right now that have won, and they've won, but they haven't read my message yet to claim their prize. So I wanted to make sure everybody knew that.
Somebody said he's here, but I don't see him. Am I missing?
Yeah, we got to see him say here. That's the way that goes, Sherry. There you go. Sean, I almost thought the same thing, didn't we? We saw Sean. I was like, hey.
Yeah. What if you're not on Facebook? What do you mean, what if you're not on Facebook? He's on the Homestead Live. He is here. So we can't see the Homestead Live comments either?
Oh, that's a good point. Let me go over there and take a look then and see. Didn't think of that. That's right.
So we might have Sean Cook saying I'm here in the comments, but
yeah, you got 300 comments on the other. Yeah, he's here. He says I'm here over on the Homestead page. He's here.
How come? That's weird, man. I wonder how come we can't see that.
Yeah, we can't see it tonight for some reason. We're not. The Homestead right now shows 58 people on it, and on our screen it only shows us 1.
What's our limitation on broadcast destinations, though?
8, I believe.
We're only at 7 right now, so that doesn't make any. That's really weird to me for some reason. That doesn't.
It's just another one of those stream cards. Okay, we got you.
Okay, well, if they're saying he's here, you see him over there. He's a winner. We got him wrote down. Sean Cook for the heirlooms. Awesome. Let me refresh this then. And I'm going to get the next one up. And that's going to be from the Foop. Our awesome sponsors over at Foop Bioscience. They sent me another big sample pack box, giveaway pack of the garden sample pack. And the the Foop mist spray. So let's play that one up, guys. Hashtag Foop Love.
Fruit love.
Todd jumped a little too early. He just put hashtag Foop. So yeah, guys, we're going to go ahead and give you, whoever wins this one, we're going to send you out the little sample of the garden pack for your veggie garden, your flowers around the house, stuff like that. It says it's good for veggies, herbs, flowers, trees, shrubs, and houseplants. So it is a small bottle. It's just a test sample, but it's got the directions on the back. Mix two fluid ounces of Food Garden per gallon of water and feed every time you water your plants. So you've definitely got several feedings of just 1 gallon mixes right here in this. And then you're also going to get you one of these Food mist spray that we were just talking about, one of those little test packs. And like Steve-O said, he uses it more as if he notices it. I use it just intermittently here and there. And I don't have any problems going on, man. I gotta say, everything's looking good. I'm actually impressed at this point with the food. I just cut more clones off of the mothers that I have in the 2x4 tent, the drop cherry, the GMO, and the OG Kush. I got some more cuts in from the homie Napalm Gardens here in Ohio. He sent me a bunch. Brenda, I just seen Brenda come in. Brenda, you were the winner that won the food the other week. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. I've been just so busy. But your label is made, your tracking is made, your pack is closed, and it's going tomorrow with this pack that I give away tonight because that label's already in the printer. Stamps.com is open, and we'll be making that label as soon as I'm done tonight. And then we'll drop both of yours off in the post office tomorrow, and I'll be caught up on all my giveaways. I just feel terrible. It's been sitting on my desk, just sitting there. And I've just been too busy outside, but it was all worth it in my opinion. As soon as I got done outside today, making this little video and stuff I'm about to show you guys, I no more than came in. I came back here to sit down and eat dinner and get prepped for the live. And Kylie came back and was like, is there anything else outside that needs to come in? And I was like, no, why? And she goes, because it is pouring. Like, it is pouring rain heavy right now. I went out and looked real quick and I was like, yes, perfect timing. So I won't have to water tonight. I was going to water with the recharge and some goodies, but I won't have to tonight. That'll buy me another day or two. So I'm happy. Oh, Mike Hood's talking about spanking.
Uh-oh.
I can't click it. It's moving. We got nobody in the house. What's up, man? Ray Bright, Jamie in the house.
What's up, Jamie?
Oh.
Pearl.
All right, we got Web Bright, Jamie's comment up. Let's take this down, guys. And I want to go over the next little update for you.
Here we go.
Real quick, I want to show you this first because at the end of the video that I'm about to play, at the end of these pictures, I tell you guys, like, this is my one strain I'm growing. It's from 2020 Mendocino. You guys have to see the picture of what this is going to be. Like, the picture of it is just amazing. Let me pull it up here real quick for you.
Yes, sir.
So this is one of them that I got out back here, and I've got them up in up north as well. All the clicking, man. You hear me clicking over here?
Click, click, click.
So this is the 2020 Mendocino Snow Cane Volume 2.
Dang. That's a beauty.
That's one picture. I kind of stole that from their Discord from one of the growers over there that shares it. Now here is directly from their 2020 Mendocino's website of the Snow Cane Volume 2. So I'm excited about this, guys, about this coming down. It's the 20 Mendocino Snow Cane Spartan cut crossed with the Snow Cane 2020 cut, 50 to 60 day finish, gas, citrus, strawberries. I'm super excited about this one coming down. As you can see why. It's supposed to be a good one for sure. All right, now that that's done, let me get over here so I can show you the update. Steve, you still got enough time to hang out, bud? Or are you in a hurry?
I'll have to get out of here in a couple minutes. Mike Hood, okay. Papa Hood, get serious, he says.
I think they are, Ash, because that last winter, Sean Cook was over on the homestead, and he had to have put it in from over there. I've got 23 entries in on this hashtag right here for Food of Love. Papa Hood, get serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a good point. He won over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so if he put it in over there, it popped up as a winner. So we got 223 viewers, guys. We're sitting at 56 reactions, and we've got 24 entries on that giveaway hashtag Food Love. So I'm gonna go ahead. They're just chatting it up over in the comments. So I'm gonna hop on over to the share screen here real quick. I should keep counting those, correct?
As long as you don't close that window.
Go ahead.
As long as you don't close that window and it's running in the background, it'll count.
Okay. Yeah, because it did just go up another one or two right there. So.
Yeah.
Cool. So let me share this screen then. I apologize, guys. My laptop is getting to be old as dirt, and it just doesn't.
My new one works great. Yeah, because I had that old one, remember? And now my new one works fantastic. So, yeah.
Yeah. Everything works good for you now?
Oh, yeah. No issues.
Yeah. I think that's what my issues have been lately, like the lag, and I've been having a lot of issues with the connection for the microphone and like my speakers on the laptop, they just barely even play anymore. So I think I'm about due to have to upgrade. So, all right, let's get into this, guys, real quick before Steve has to go. So, guys, this was last week. I did hop on over at Purple Harez Gardens and do a quick live just over on the group, from the group, because I feel like just there's not enough activity going on over there in my group just for itself anymore. With, we don't broadcast these lives there, so I'm just sparingly over there. So this was earlier in the week while I was, or later last week while I was transplanting these outside. This was the Death Star in a 2-gallon bag. She needed to come out of that real bad, as you can tell, and get a drink. I was so excited about the dirt. I wanted to hop on a live and show you guys what happened there. So I talked for a while the other day about that. That's my big helper back there in the back, helping me drop the girls in. She was taking her little nap. But this was just the other day, and that's how I was laughing because my neighbor was over there. I think he was planting one of these as well. Super cool folks that I got to that side of me. And this was just a quick little video after I got them dropped in the ground. But it kind of looks still rough, like it's just bare bones, rough cut soil right there. And it's just, see how rocky that is, man? All the rocks.
Oh, yeah.
So, and there's a lot of grass and stuff, but yeah, I always talk about that. Like I do the grass and leaf mix, real light sprinkles on top. I let that die and break down, and then I just go through and start planting. Quick update on the garlic. Here's a pullback on one of the bulbs before I went through and top dressed the boxes and filled the boxes the rest of the way up. with some of the compost and stuff from the back along the fence. So they're starting to get pretty nice, man. I think here before long they'll be ready to pull up out of there and be done.
All right. Now it's a pretty big bulb there.
Yeah. I'm hoping they'll swell up a little bit more, but I don't know. I just have to wait it out. I'm not 100% sure. This is my first time doing the garlic. So I mentioned I went to see the homie Josh Combs up in Dayton the other day, and this is a couple of things that I took him. It was a little 4-pack of some clones. That was a bunch of little starch seeds of watermelons, tomatoes, bell peppers, collard greens, just different stuff to get them rolling. A couple of that pumpkins and cantaloupes. These things needed to get out of these cups bad. Like they're starting to yellow out. They're starting to flower already. So once he gets them out into the ground, just like the ones I have out back here, they'll start to turn around a little bit better. This is a good shot, guys. I wanted to show you because not just so much the plant in the middle. I want you to look at the dirt around the plant. I'm not sure if it was this past Fam Friday or maybe the week before or maybe on some video from Ash. He spoke about straw and stuff like that in his garden when he was showing the food forest and talking about putting down straw and stuff in walkways so you don't compress the soil and putting mulch down so the soil is protected and covered, or you start to get this. It's dried out, the soil is cracking and splitting, and it's not really what you want to see there. So this is why I do what you're about to see, which is the mulching and the different things. So this was right when I stuck her in the ground later that day. I gave her I stuck them in late the night before, watered them in. The next day came out, noticed this dried up soil. And if you noticed, being overnight, this plant didn't really perk up much after the water that she did receive. So it was a good heads up. I needed to do something. This is a bit of my week that I had other than just playing in the garden. This is my back fence, guys. It's very overgrown. I've not done anything with it in 2 years, so I'm not really sure how these pictures got in here, but this is what I did last week. I cut down all of this brush along this fence, the dead trees, cleared all that out. This is a bush we had out front at the front of the house. There's 2 forsythia bushes, and then in the middle, this nasty honeysuckle grew up and just took over everything. So now that thing is all the way gone. It is chopped all the way down and out of the way. These things, if you follow along over at Purple Harez Gardens, guys, I showed a picture of these that were like a really bright, dark, deep purple that I later said I found out the photographer had exaggerated the color on the photos a bit. But these are the same plant, almost just as pretty as that exaggerated photo in real life at the local garden store, man. And I really was about to grab one, but I was in a hurry. I was trying to get some other materials that I needed, and I was like, man, I'll come back another day and grab one. I had to get these stakes in. This is what I do to start training in this thing, as it's already the biggest plant I got out there, and we'll get into that another day. Privacy fence that's going to be going up all the way around this garden. I have a fire going to burn some of that stuff out back. Got the tomato cages up with some tomatoes in. And here was what I shared last night. Real briefly, just a quick sneak peek right before it got dark last night. I started doing this to the first row to get the mulch layer down to help protect that soil. And I go a little more in depth in some of these pictures in a video here later, so I won't waste much time on it now. This is the first row out there, out on the edge. We got the first 3. I got the whole row done last night, but I just took some quick pictures of it. And then this was last night before I went in when I got the first row done. So this is 2 layers under there. The first layer is a cow manure compost, and then the top layer is the mushroom compost. Just down over all of those.
Wow.
Real quick. I was just feeling good about it last night. Wanted to show it off. That's tarantula. A little better look at some of these.
That really looks like some real pay dirt, Chris. That looks really good. Nice and dark.
Somewhat.
It looks like good pay dirt, and it's going to it's going to give you something good. As dark as that is, it looked like it was almost worm castings or something, you know?
Yeah, so here in the next couple photos that you'll see like today. So the first line I did yesterday, it's a little more dried out now. The second row is a little wetter from today, and then the tomato cages are wrapped in some different stuff. But yeah, man, I love those two things combined together at the base of pretty much any of my plants in the garden. I'll put it in the raised beds, but it's not really something you want inside in a tent. If you're growing anything indoors without a circulation or exhaust fan hooked up, because that stuff does stink really bad. These are just a couple cuts that I had, just showing off. I had to take a picture and send them to somebody the other day. That these are what's going on in the clone dome and the clone tent over here. Still got some of these available. If you're interested, shoot me a DM. Quick plug.
Yeah.
So, guys, this is what my trunk looked like today. This is what a trunk of a Honda Accord looks like after I left Home Depot after spending, I think, like $60, 60, $70, something like that. Not bad, man, really, for what you could pay for some other products or dirt or other things out there. And the first thing I like to do, what's that?
Do I detect Honda taillights there? Is that what that was?
Yes, sir. That's a Honda Accord.
All right, I got it. Man, I know my taillights at least.
All right, let me see. So what I was doing here was just like, I already have the outer layer done, and you guys can see I wasn't really taking a picture of this as much as the staging. This is what the outer layer looked like this afternoon when I got back from the store. So it's, but I'll go out and like, this is the mushroom compost. I'll drop these bags first because they're going to go on top of the other compost. Makes sense, right? And then, so I've got a row of plants right here, just kind of decorated by these rocks so I don't step on them, the dog don't get to them. And then the tomato plants here are very small, but you'll get a close-up on all that stuff. What is this? All right, so this is one of the cuts. As I'm putting it in, I just kind of wanted to show how sparse this clone is, like how scarce it is. It's very spindly, it's very thin, not much going on with it, but she's going outside. And you see the length here. So this is bare ground right here. I pulled some of this compost back out just to show this picture of how deep or how long this stem is right here, because you're about to watch it disappear. I don't know what's happened, but I don't think that's the... Okay, so I don't think I took another picture of it, but so that is pretty much all the pictures. But what I did, sorry, as I messed up there, I didn't unload the other picture there. So this is like at dirt level, bare soil level. I brought this cow manure compost up to about half of that height of this main branch here. And then the mushroom compost will go on, and I'll take it all the way up to the bottom, just below this bottom fan leaf on the left here. And there'll be just a little bit of room there. And from there, that stem will do what it needs to do. It'll probably kick out a couple more roots out of it. But let's jump to this video right here.
Beauty.
I'm gonna have to restart it because there's no volume. Here we go. Hopefully you guys can hear this. And then this is the actual video update here for you guys. Here we go. So here we are. Little update on the girls out back here in Ohio. We got the mighty grape. We got this whole row laid out with the two-part system of the cow manure compost. And then we also have this beautiful mushroom compost right here on top as well. And we just make little rows with it right around the plants. Let's take a little walk. Here we've got a Tarantula Genetics fighter grease.
Ooh.
We've got the Napalm Gardens Death Star Mom that we put outside. We're going to get ready to wrap some string around these poles and do a little bit of training here. Pull some of these down underneath the string and allow the light to get to some of these shorter guys in here. And we'll start stretching some of these out once we get these, all of these out of the way. Underneath the string over here, they'll wrap around those. Then we'll do another system of a cage. You guys are going to look at that and say, man, those plants are pretty close.
We got some space between the rows, but they're still pretty close. My idea there is you just have to tune in and see what I do. So we got that Tarantula Genetics Violent Monkey donated by Stacy over at the Happy Hippies. Doing her thing, still short and stout, but she did survive. We got one of those out of the two to pop. 2020 Mendocino Snow Cane. Doing her thing. This is supposed to be, I'll show you guys a picture of what she's going to turn into. These are a beautiful plant. So that's the end of row one. There we go. We'll go over here to row two and see what we got. Now these both rows are already laid out 100% with both layers of compost. This is a little OG Kush. She got little ugly spots on her here from when she was a clone, but those are little clones. I don't want big plants out here this year. I'm gonna have the big girls up north, you know that. Little OG Kush, shout out to Sticky Sprouts here in Ohio. Another the next OG Kush we got out. We took this off of some mom, a mom that we have indoors. And yeah, so she got some spots. We haven't really fed anything yet. They're just kind of really fresh out of the solo cups from the cubes, really. This one right here is a blueberry from Dutch Passion. Cut off of the mom inside again. Kind of ugly for right now, but she's starting to pop out of it. But these are just little clones, guys. These guys are here just for fun, really. That's that GMO. Starting to fade off the tag. Another little one. Shout out to Sticky Sprouts again. No tag in this one, but this is a kosher cook.
Mike Hood, since I see you in the comments, I want to pause this real quick. Stick around just a few more minutes. At the end of this video, I'm going to explain what you were asking for last week. I was just over checking comments, make sure you were still here, but stay tuned, bro.
There's a bag of beans I won a giveaway last year. There were like 3 of them. Got them popped. Got one mom to go. We got a big one inside we were cutting off of that went north. So probably get some more off of her later. That's the second row. We got 10 of the girls out here. What we'll do here, between the rows in the future is, next time I cut this grass, we'll put a light layer in there. Nothing too heavy because we don't want to cause any, bad stuff. You get bad stuff when you pile that grass too high. But we'll put grass down in there. Then we'll get a bale of straw. Sprinkle that down nice and even with the compost layers. Make a nice walkway there. I'll have another walkway here outside of this. But out here along the grass, this privacy fence is going to go up. All that is just, I got the Amazon 6 foot tall, 50 foot long. And then I wire tie it. Using wire ties. One of the homies gave me that does some iron work and the rebar. And we just wire tie it in there.
Oh, perfect idea. Good job, Chris.
8 foot rebar stuck to in the. It's not really deep in there, but once we get it all solidified together, we do things like tying these support cables. It's going to keep that tight. And then once we get done running all of that, we'll up the corner, take a left, go down to that corner. Then we're going to stop there because these neighbors are pretty freaking cool. And they don't care what we have out here. Let's get this video done. We're about 5 minutes in. This is where we started at, guys. These are the tomato plants. They're still kind of small, and I'm not really trying to rush anything out here. I'm hoping everything is kind of delayed later in the season, so I'm doing later harvest on everything for particular times when I'm home and I'm able to do it. So bare ground is where we started. So I wanted to take some time and show you guys the difference in the two kinds of compost that I put on here. We'll start here at bare ground. The very first thing we're going to put on it is this right here, cow manure and compost. Very, very light trace nutrient value to it. I got this at Home Depot, guys. This bag of compost is like $2.60 a bag. Next one we're using is this, just natural and organic mushroom compost. Everything you know right there. different ways to apply it, square footage to cover. So then you see we got one of these bags opened up. And I know Mike Hood was asking last week about why the mushroom compost. What's the beneficial factor of that? As you guys can see, next layer we do is this cow manure compost, right? You guys see this stuff, it's kind of grainy, more soily. There is some sticks and wood chips and stuff, kind of like mulchy in it also, but it's just not as heavy. It's mainly like a soil. It's just a broke down compost, really, like you would find in your own pile out back. So that's the first layer to go down. I just went ahead and did a couple of these real quick of just the compost. And then here is why we do the mushroom compost. Regular just compost, fresh dump bag of mushroom compost. You guys see this stuff? It's real mulchy. There's a whole lot more wood chip material in that. A couple bigger sticks. And you get this gem. And then you just mush it up. It's soggy, gooey, compost. And we kind of just put it in there lightly around that. These plants are a lot taller than they look. I buried a lot of the open stem underground. And then underneath, backed it up higher with the compost, trimmed off all the bad leaves. And I've got a little gap here between every one of these of just compost. And then we'll make them look like that, where they're blended together over top with the mushroom for the mushroom. And then again, we'll just make another beautiful road just like that. Fill in the gaps. Later in life, I'll come through probably another month after these plants are all bigger, and I'll rake all of this stuff out around the plant, and I'll bring it all to the outside and in betweens and make that a lot thicker there. And I'll reapply another layer of fresh manure compost, another layer of fresh mushroom compost on top again, and make another mound around those plants. The point is to water in. When I get done with this tonight, I'm going to mix up a nice batch of recharge, as well as the food nutrient lineup for the garden and the girls, the 1-2 part veg and bloom and sweetener. And then we're also going to mix up the garden mix for the garlic, onions, tomatoes, and everything. And then we'll water that in, and that'll take everything that's in this compost, as well as the nutrients that we have, the food and the recharge. So the recharge is going to help feed everything here. It's going to saturate it all down to the layers of soil below this. So that's after time, it's going to wear down. I'm going to rake it all out and add it into just to fill it out here. And then we'll put more, we'll put fresh compost up here again. So, all right, guys, check out over here real quick. We got the garlic popping off. This stuff's about done. A couple of little things of pole beans going up along the fence over there. We'll come back in and pop another bean or two right between each one of those plants. Old bluegrass, stringless. Onions are still doing their thing. Then we added some little habanero peppers in here. They're going to get going. They're just little for right now. Like I said, I'm trying to keep everything small and a little bit behind. So, hopefully everything will be a little later in the season for me. But that's it, guys. Let's head back in and check out the girls in the tent.
And that's it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there.
So
Yeah,
I wanted
Mike
to do
said-
real quick. Mike was asking about this. I don't know that, honestly, bro, that when the rust make the soil around it acidic. I don't really think it would as much. I've not noticed any issues at anything doing that the last couple of years. I did it 2 years ago. I don't think I set this thing up at all last year because I was in Michigan, but I didn't notice any issues, man. I think it's just because they're, that rebar is only as big around as my finger, and they're spaced out like every 6 or 8 feet down that side, 4, 6, 8 feet, something like that. I can't remember, 4 or 6. So and they're only like 2 feet in the ground. So I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. That would be something I'd have to look up, or really have to dive down a rabbit hole of science and facts to figure out.
Yeah, right.
But I'm not sure on that, honestly. But yeah, I did want to show off to you, man, that mushroom compost, that's why I like that, because it does have more of like a mulchy texture to it when it dries out. Now, when you dump that bag, it gets wet, soggy, stinky, and but once you break it up real good and spread it out the next day, it's going to be dried up, and it's going to look like more mulch than it does compost laying there. Now, I need to mulch anyway, so I'll probably still go get some mulch here in a couple of days when I need to, and go and put another little bit layer on top of that. But I'm trying to hold out. I'd prefer to just go get wood chips instead of an actual mulch, like a bag mulch. So, but in the meantime, let me get this down so we can put this hashtag back up, and it is about time to spin this bad boy because we are running late tonight.
Yeah, the mushroom compost is obviously it's friendly on the wallet too, right?
What's that?
Your mushroom compost, it's not very expensive either. It's friendly on the wallet, right?
Oh yeah, no, that the mushroom compost, man. Like I said, I got all that at Home Depot. The Calmanor compost is $267 a bag, I think, and then the mushroom compost is like $465 or $475 a bag. Now the manure compost is a 40-pound bag, and the mushroom compost I think is like a 1.5 cubic foot. I'm not sure what the weight is on that, but yeah, I was happy with it. It ended up being one bag of each was enough to make that nice little ring around each plant and still be able to blend it together in between pretty lightly. Like the mass of that is packed up around the base of the plant. And then it's just kind of like I go around the edges. I just kind of do this with my hands right on the edge of that mound, and it just kind of layer it out. And then I'll dump that mushroom stuff on top, do the same thing and layer it out a little bit farther. And it just blends in like that, man. So like I said, I think it'll look really neat. I'm hoping by next live I'll have the straw and stuff down for the walkways. I'll have I got a lot of work to do on fixing a couple tillers and a little mantis front end tiller and stuff, so I can get a couple other spots out front done. But I'm trying to go all in, man. So.
Oh yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it looks great. And once you complete your fence to keep the one neighbor from looking or whatever, and then I mean, you're gonna have a beautiful thing. Now, I noticed you have a little mini. Was that a little mini greenhouse that you did not have any kind of tarp over yet in your backyard?
When I looked to the left and was looking at the garlic and stuff.
Yeah, when you were looking.
So
at
that's actually No, so that's actually, I just threw that up the other year, man. I went to Lowe's or Home Depot and got these little corner blocks, and they're wide enough for a 2x6, and they're slotted on all four sides, and they got a hole down the middle for like you could drive rebar in it to keep them sturdy. And then I got 2 layers of those. So then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces of 2x6 and did them two high, and then I separated these 4x8 raised beds by a 4-foot area, and then I drove fence posts right behind the raised beds, and then CPVC in a hoop up and over from one fence to the other with the cattle fence just zip tied to it, man. And it's just a neat little, like, I can grow beans or I can grow cherry tomatoes on it, or anything that climbs, I can grow it on that. And I think I really did it for my daughter. I got to crouch down to get in it, but Kylie and my daughter can walk right through it. And my daughter I love it when I can get a picture of her just walking through there in about a month and a half or so, and everything's just green and grown up. And I love it, man.
That's awesome. 15 years.
I've been using an old flower bed that is 15 years before we stopped planting in it, hoping it's full of nutrients. that plants can use when I plant them in this weekend. I would, if you haven't used it in that long, man, I know 100,000 people are probably going to disagree with me, but I would turn that over as best you can. If you have a little tiller, or you said it's an old flower bed that's been amended. Yeah. So like that flower bed, I would find like a little tiny tiller or a front end tiller, or just, just kind of turn that soil up a bit, man. It being that long, a lot of that stuff's going to been, saturated and leached down through the soil if it's just in the ground like that. You may have to top dress with the compost and stuff like I do. That will help bring some of that back to life pretty quick, but keeping it organic with that is going to be your best friend as well.
Yeah.
Ash ground, not if you mix sand with it. Did I miss something?
Yeah, they were talking about, KJ was or Ash was talking about, if you use sawdust, it creates an impermeable layer so your soil can't breathe. And then KJ said, not if you mix sawdust with it. Something I didn't know either. I didn't know that. Or, I mean, if you mix sand with it, he said. Sorry.
Sawdust mixing. Well, I didn't know that either, because I've always been told, like, as I was growing up, we grew blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, stuff like that. My parents always mounded them up with sawdust, like as a mulch all year long. Now, I don't know if that helps something because they prefer the acidic. I'm not sure. I need to get with Ash about that anyway, because I got a bunch of raspberries. Jill's bringing me some blueberries and some other things I need to get in the ground. All right. We ready to spin this and get the heck out of here, guys? It's 8:15. I'm late putting my kid to bed. Hashtag Foop Love, guys. Giving away the sample pack of the Foop Garden sample and the Foop Mist Spray sample. Ready to do it?
Let's do it. Take the comment down first, so you can see it on the screen.
Okay.
There you go.
There we go. We'll go full screen real quick, too. How about that?
Do it.
Go. Here we go, guys. Get ready to spin it. Good luck. Everything's lagged on my end.
Yeah, I noticed. You got a little bit of a lag. Or I do. One of the other.
He up there, Sean.
Another shot. Sean Moore, too, from YouTube. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hoping he stuck around. You still here, Sean? I'm sure he is.
Yes, sir.
I don't know, Ash, if you're still here, maybe you can just answer my question real quick. I was always told to use sawdust on, like, the raspberries and the blueberries and strawberries and stuff. Should I not do that? Or should I use wood chips to do that as well? There's Sean Moore in the house.
There he is. All right, Sean, we'll be getting a hold of you, brother.
Kim said, come help me till up my clay backyard. Mine used to be pretty clay, too, Kim. To be 100%, mine is, my backyard, if you honestly were to start digging anywhere else but in my garden, you would get about 6 inches deep of dirt, and then you would hit rocks. And I don't mean just like driveway gravel. I mean like rocks, like big rocks. And just digging out a 5-gallon pot to go on the ground, you could fill probably a 15-gallon tote of gravel and rocks that comes out of that. But again, that's why I was so excited to show my live randomly on like Wednesday or Thursday when I did it, because I was down in all the way in my garden, probably this deep, and then I hit clay, and then I was going down a bit more until I hit that gravel. But on the side of that hole, man, you could just see the bad down there, like the gravel, the clay, and then it just turned to like a beautiful black gold fiber fine, just like crumbly dirt up on top. And I was like, yeah, this is why I do what we do. We keep it organic. We keep it, the layering, lasagnaing, the stuff we do. Because right here's the result. You can dig down 1.5 foot into my garden, just my garden, nowhere else in my yard, but you can dig down that deep and find good dirt easily with just a shovel or two by hand, chink, 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 and you're down that deep. So it's very beneficial. It's not right away. It takes years of doing that over and over and over again, and just loving the ground, man, loving the soil and taking care of the soil. And the soil will take care of everything else after that.
I love it.
So, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Let's give it up for Sir Steve-O for stopping in, hanging out with us for a while tonight. Appreciate you, man. As always, I'm talking to you. You do so much for the back work for us, man, and I don't think we all tell you thank you enough. So,
you do.
Thanks for what you do, bro.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, man. You're welcome. I'll see you guys later.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
See y'all.
Guys, I'm going to close this up. We haven't played anything from Foop tonight, so let's roll a couple commercials on that on the outro. And as always, if you need anything, feel free to shoot me a DM. We love you. See you next Tuesday. And as always, keep it organic.
Hey everyone, it is Ash with the GrowFam Homestead, and we are excited to be teaming up with Foop to bring you one epic garden this season. From our cannabis plants to our more than hobbyist vegetable garden, we'll be feeding our plants only the best. Today we're going to discuss how we use Foop nutrients during the vegetative stage of growing our cannabis plants. We start by using half of the recommended dose that's on the bottle, meaning we feed 10 milliliters of Veg 1 and 10 milliliters of Veg 2, which is approximately 2 teaspoons, and about 2.5 or half a teaspoon of the sweetener per gallon of water. We be sure to check the pH. It should be somewhere around 5.8 to 6.2. This part is really important not to miss. You can adjust your pH by using pH up or pH down, and you can use a pH pen or strips to ensure the pH is within the range you like it to be. We recommend you use your Foop in organic soil, and when using this soil, we like to start out saturating about 10% of your pot size. That means if you have a 10-gallon container, you're going to feed roughly 1 gallon of your Foop nutrient solution. Of course, as your plants get larger and the root system grows, you may have to add more. The best way we like to water or saturate our container is slowly. We start out by just feeding 1 pint or 1 quart at a time and seeing how your substrate absorbs this. Once you've noticed that your substrate has soaked in all of the nutrient solution, you can add more if necessary. It is important to ensure that your substrate has a good amount of moisture in it. Substrates that don't run the risk of your plant going hydrophobic, meaning that it doesn't like water at all. And always remember to store your Foop nutrients in a cool, dry place away from direct sunlight to preserve its quality. Be sure that your garden is epic, just like the GrowFam Homestead, and head on over to thefoop.com. Use promo code GrowFam10 for your 10% off.